Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. Today I have Miranda here for a fresh new set. She's going to get black stilettos with some cat eye, gel polish, and glow-in-the-dark top coat. I'm going to apologize in advance. Two things. Number one, some of the acrylic application was out of frame, which is like a major bummer. My fault, you guys. She was just too close to me, and I didn't adjust my camera for that, so I'm sorry. And the second part is I got 0 pictures or videos of them glowing in the dark. We were talking so much, and yeah, I just was distracted. While I was doing this set. I'm sorry about that. So what I'm doing here is I'm using a cuticle ball bit with my e-file at about speed 7. And I'm buffing out her cuticle. I started doing this step first because I started noticing when I do this, it leaves, it pushes back the cuticles quite a bit, and I need to get under there. So if I do the cuticle prep first and then do this, now I've pushed them back farther and need to go back and clean up the cuticle area under this. So I started doing this first. It's been working out pretty good. This is I think it's called a sunflower bit from Profiles Backstage. And my e-file is knot polish, which I love. If you guys are new here, this is pretty new to me. A couple months. They released it just recently, and it is sleek and quiet and light, and I love it. After I'm done with the ball bit, I'm going to go in with my Kiara Sky medium barrel bit, and it is for prep, so I'm going to go around all the little nooks and cranny edges of her nails to get out the dead skin from that area. And that is this bit here. She works at Target like I do, so she uses her hands. Our hands take a beating quite a bit at work, so there was lots of dry skin to get rid of. As we go here, you can start noticing on my gloves how much debris was coming off, so the poor thing had some dry fingers. So I really got her with some cuticle oil when we were done with this. After this bit, I am going to use a sanding band on the surface of her nail, and to just remove a little bit more of the side dry skin on the side of her fingers, and to take the shine off of the natural nail. For some reason I couldn't think of that phrase. And after that, I'm going to go in with a lint-free wipe and some Young Nail Swipe, which was what I was doing when the video started, was just kind of sanitizing her nail plate right before we started. So after that, I'm going to go in with that. And then while I'm going with this, with my mandrel bit, first of all, it's a knot polish mandrel bit with a knot polish 150 grit sanding band. Not this one. This is the Kiara Sky barrel bit. My next step I'm talking about. I do have that in real time for most of the part for you, but my e-file speed is down to a 3 when I'm using this bit and the sanding band. And I do always keep that sanding band, here's what I'm talking about, flat to the surface of her nail. Even if I'm going in the crevices, I'm only using the tip and not touching her natural nail. If I'm going to be on her natural nail, I keep this flat and or flush to the same shape of her nail. So don't ever aim this at an angle where this could dig into your client's nails. You might notice as we go here, at the very tip of some of her fingers, it looks like she has a tiny bit of bruising, like where you would glue a tip. And that is because she did have a set of nails on a few months back that have, and that those little spots that look like bruises, they are bruises from over prep or burning with this step right here. If the previous tech that she saw went in too hard with this bit around her cuticle area, it would leave that mark, and it's grown out to there, if I'm saying that correctly. So after this step, like I mentioned, we're going to dust off the nails, go in with some Young Nail Swipe and a lint-free wipe, and then we're going to put on the Kiara Sky acrylic primer, which I swear by that. It stays wet and jelly and just sticky as hell. And I have had 0 lifting with any of my clients since I started using it. I love it. I swear by it. Go get it if you don't have some. After that, I'm going to glue on the tips, size them, shape them, and when we get to the glaring mistake I made, I'll jump back on. I forgot to mention the tips I'm using here are the Not Polish Universal tips. They come in stiletto shape, and as soon as you trim them off, you can make a tapered square, a coffin, depending on the length you cut them to. The length she wanted ended up making them back into a coffin, so I have to reshape them back into a stiletto. And once I do that, I do compare each nail to the same nail on the other hand, so the middle finger to the middle finger, etc. And that's what I was doing here, and just further fine-tuning my shape. When I get to the pinky, which is next here, you'll see what happened. I don't know how or why I did this. Again, we were talking away, but what is that? Just exactly what is that? So I have to trim this off and start over. Best way to do this that I have found is to just snip it off as short as you can and use a file. Of course, go very, very gently. As you guys all know, our fingers are just so sensitive. We have so many nerve endings in our fingers. So anytime you're working anywhere near the fingers, you need to be careful. And I do have this video sped up 1.5 times or twice. So it looks like I'm going rather quick, but I'm going very, very gently and using my sanding band to just, I wouldn't really say file it off. Well, file it off, yes, but mostly thin it out. I'm just thinning it out until it's almost gone, because it doesn't have to be all the way gone. What I don't want to do is do any more prep or filing to her natural nail. So I'm getting it almost off. And then I'm going to sanitize again, get all the dust off, glue on another tip, start over. After that, I'm going to go in with black acrylic. And when we get to the acrylic application, again, a lot was out of frame. I'm so sorry, you guys. And I did use Not Polished Black Acrylic and Kiara Sky Monomer. And right here, I'm using my sanding band to blend the tips to her natural nail and to rough up the surface of the tips, which really helps me see the shape better. And I'll jump back on if I need to say anything else. I forgot to mention I was using Young Nails brush-on glue, and this is the Kiara Sky acrylic primer I was talking about. And I did forget to mention that I'm going in with a layer of clear acrylic, and this is Kiara Sky Clear. And I'm using my Kiara Sky number 8 brush and my Young Nails number 8 brush for this set alternately. And I go in with a clear layer to blend the tip to protect her natural nail. And so that when she comes back for another set and I need to do a fill or removal, I will be able to get down to the clear layer and see where the new set stops and starts, as well as protect her natural nail from over prep when I am doing a removal. And now we're into the application. I did not cap this in a layer of clear. Not polished colored acrylics do not need to be capped in clear. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on the thickness and the shape I'm looking for, or if I'm encapsulating anything, of course. But after I do the black, I just go right into filing. I don't put a clear layer on top of this set. And if I didn't mention it, the video is slowed down to real time for the whole acrylic application. Okay, one thing I'm going to bring up and refer to that I've mentioned in quite a few videos lately, and definitely in my last video, I am still having quite a struggle with my cuticle bead while using black acrylic. So I was able to get it tied up against her cuticle on several of the nails, and some of the other nails it just wasn't doing it. So I did have to go in with some black gel polish to fill in areas that didn't have acrylic, and it just, gosh, you guys, I felt like my beads were good consistency. I used smaller, wetter ones. I used smaller, drier ones. One time I tried to use just a regular one and push it up into I know how to apply it. So I don't know what my massive struggle with black, it just didn't used to be a thing, but it's really been a problem for me for, I don't know, maybe even a good year now. I don't know. So if you guys have any tips, let me know. Someone did tell me to use black licorice, which is a jelly black acrylic, so that I could just kind of not worry about getting it way up in there, or worry about staining or getting it on the skin, and then polish it with black, and then I could get tighter up to the cuticle that way. And I think that was a great idea, but I didn't hear about that tip until after I had done this set. So I might try that next time, because it would literally be just one little bead and then covered with black polish. So the client wouldn't see any difference, not that they wouldn't know, I'm not saying that. They wouldn't see any difference in their set, and it wouldn't compromise any structure or anything like that. So that's kind of a good idea. I might try that. But I would appreciate feedback, because I just don't know what happened to my mind, my hand, my method when it comes to this. The last set I did, the candy corn nails, highly pigmented yellow color, I was able to get easily right up into the cuticle. But I feel like no matter what liquid to powder ratio or texture bead I use of black, I either can't get it up into the cuticle, or I can get it there perfectly, or I flood it. And like right here, for example, this bead looks great. It looks like it's going to go all the way around, and it doesn't. Once I get to that little corner, I can't get it moved over. I can already tell it's firming up, and I'm not going to be able to get it there. So then I have to go in with another smaller, wetter bead to fill in that little spot I missed. And wait till I go in with my e-file, you guys. The areas that I did get perfect, I shear it right off as soon as I seal the cuticles, which I don't do with any other color acrylic. So, oh my goodness. I think I'll be happy when Halloween season is over and nobody asks me for black nails anymore. Or, I mean, really, Kendra likes black nails all year round. It doesn't matter what season it is. So maybe I'll try that trick with her the next time she wants black, because she's really the one that uses it the most. So we'll see what things I can come up with. And again, I've done sets on myself, even on my channel, on myself, practice hand, other people last year, and the other times, not times, but like the past years that I've done nails, and it's never been a problem. So yeah, it's been driving me nuts just to chat about that a little bit. And again, I'm sorry I'm out of frame, you guys. When I get to filing, what I'm going to do is hand file with a Not Polish 100 grit zebra file. Love those files. They're so sturdy. They don't have any bend to them whatsoever. They just do the magic trick. She wanted her set extremely sharp. So, and I love that. I love making a stiletto just as sharp as I can. So, and having them all be the same, just coming to the same point, it just looks amazing. So, for the most part, I really, really like this set. I'm going to jump back on when I get to the cat eye polish, because I've never done that before. So I'll have some things to like show you and explain to you guys. But after I do the hand filing, I'll seal the cuticles. You'll see me ruin the cuticle area. And then I'm going to go in with a Tammy Taylor 100 grit file. And I'm also going to go in with Tammy Taylor 180 buffer, because this is black. And even though I was going with polish, I like to get some of the scratches out and just go over it one more time with a lighter file. So that's what's coming up next, and I'll come back on when I get to the polish. I'm going to come back on when I get to the black polish, so I can explain what I'm doing there. Oh, I did want to mention too, real quick, that it's not the acrylic. Not polish black acrylic is like butter, like any of their other acrylics, any of their other products. Here's the file I was mentioning to you, the e-file, the tips. I could just go on and on. Every single thing the cat eye polish that you guys will see in a minute. Anything I've ever gotten from them is just top notch. And for anyone new here, if you guys don't know, I do have a code with Not Polish, especially when it comes time for mystery boxes. Like right now, Not Polish is running a Halloween sale. So they run flash sales pretty frequently, but they're random, and you just have to catch them, and they're only a few days, and flash sales. So anyway, use my code JEN, it's just JEN, if you want to order anything from Not Polish. And sometimes I forget my point. You guys who've been watching for a while know that I forget what I'm saying in the middle of my sentence. But what I was getting at was, when it comes time for mystery boxes, they're already discounted. So you would think you can't use a code, but you can. So what I was meaning was, right now they're running a sale, yes, but there's a lot of times when they're not running a sale and there's something you really want, like the mystery boxes. So just don't forget to use my code so you can still save some money on those or any other time. Again, it's Jen, JEN. I guess I will mention here that this is a medium barrel bit from Not Polish, and I am using it on a speed of about 8 because I just wanted to seal the cuticles. I didn't want to debulk anything. And the other thing I don't think I mentioned, what was it that I saw here? Oh yeah, that after I do the one, I don't think it's before, actually, I'm pretty sure, but the step I told you that I was doing to remove the scratches with the 180 side of the Tammy Taylor nail, I'm just doing that to the body of the nails. I'm going to use my sanding band to do that buffing around the cuticle area. And that I'm going to have on a speed of 4 or 5, not rough at all, just to get the scratches out. Okay, so right here, I'm going to use Zulay's black gel polish. I've mentioned this before on my channel too, but if you're new, this is my favorite black gel polish. It's so slick and easy to use and just pigmented as all get out. Black, black, black. And you barely just need a little bit, definitely a one coat polish. But as you could see when I was filing there, I needed to get some color up closer to her cuticle. So I'm just using this black polish to fill in any of those areas. Then she's going to cure, and then we're going to go in with the cat eye. And you guys, by the way, if you don't know what cat eye is, it is a gel polish that has tiny little bits of metallic flakes in it. And when you polish it, and before you cure it, you can use a magnet of different shapes to pull the magnetic pieces with the magnet around on the nail. So you'll see me do that. But basically, if you make a design with the cat eye gel and the magnet that you don't care for, or you don't like, or you do it wrong, or your client doesn't like it, all you do to change the design is just swipe over the gel one more time, and it kind of erases it. It moves the metallic pigments back to being covering the whole nail. And you use the magnet again. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm showing her what it would look like to use the round magnet. She didn't like that. So I'm just going to swipe over the polish one more time to rearrange the metallic pieces. And then I'm going to show her another design with the magnet. She liked this. So what I'm doing here is using the magnet to pull all the metallic pieces into one straight line that goes down the center of her nail and comes to the tip. She chose these colors. I put down the color wheel that came with this kit. And she chose her colors from that little wheel, and each finger there's 5 different colors, so the thumbs are the same on each hand, the indexes are the same on each hand, but each finger, all 5 fingers are a different color. Green is her favorite color, so I think 3 of them are green, and the other 2 are just different colors. The index blue was the prettiest color I've ever seen in my life. That was so gorgeous. And so, of course, once you and your client are satisfied with the design you make with the magnet, as soon as you cure, then it stays in that arrangement or look. The metallic pieces stay that way. So as soon as your client is satisfied with the design, they put it in the lamp and cure it, and you're done. And just to mention, I did get this set of not polished cat eye gels 2 years ago in a mystery box, and it was called their Matrix gel. I don't know if they sell them anymore. I haven't really looked, but I haven't noticed them on their websites. But I don't typically look for gels when I get on Not Polish's website. I'm usually looking for, acrylics. This blue is what I'm talking about. Look at this color. Wow. I would have done my whole set this color if it were me. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I don't know if they sell them anymore, but cat eye is pretty popular, and it's not like you need a superior quality of cat eye to do a cat eye design. Every cat eye polish you buy, or every kit you buy, pretty much comes with a magnet. You can also use any magnet because the metallic flakes react to any magnet. So, and you can also buy different shape magnets like flowers and stars and things like that. So you can get pretty creative with this stuff. But as far as these really, 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 really vivid, gorgeous colors, I really appreciate Not Polish for that, because I do have some other cat eyes that I got, I think, in some samples or maybe winning a giveaway or something like that, and they definitely weren't this vivid. So I, again, don't know if they still sell these, but that's where I got them, and they're pretty incredible. So after we cure here, we're going to go in with some glow-in-the-dark top coat. I didn't show it, but I did do 2 coats, because sometimes when you have a really dark background and you go in with a glow-in-the-dark top coat, it can leave brush strokes. So when you're looking at the glow, you can actually see the streaks, and it doesn't give a solid glow effect. So I did go in with 1 coat, had her cure, and went in with a 2nd coat. But I did very thin coats because I didn't want her nails to start getting thick or bulky. And the glow-in-the-dark top coat I used was from Dime Nail Supply. I bought one of their scoops and it came in that. And I've been on the lookout for a glow-in-the-dark top coat because, and of course Not Polish just released one after I got this one. Dang it. But she's been wanting to come get this set for a while. She wanted black glow-in-the-dark stilettos. And there's no such thing as black glow-in-the-dark acrylic. And if you try to mix it up, like Momo tried doing on her channel, it was interesting that she was trying to do that because it's exactly what I was trying to do at the same time. I used a grinder. I used pigment powders. I mixed other glow-in-the-dark acrylics. You just can't. And it's probably the reason why they're not on the market. You can't make them without them glowing spottily. Like as soon as you see the glow, you can tell where the glow pigments are at. So it looks speckled when it's glowing in the dark. So there is no such thing as black glow-in-the-dark acrylic, which is what she wanted. So I already knew I needed to use a top coat. So we're coming to the end of the set here, you guys. I'm going to jump off, let you guys watch the rest. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're getting up there in number, and I just love it. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.